Hi, today we are going to address two American companies that they collapsed in the stock market. But before I start, I'm going to offer you an investment lesson completely for free. You'll find, with regards to this topic, the fraud in social media and in financial markets, plenty of articles in our website, including factual evidence, material evidence of our claims with regards to this important subject. How to profit from fake popularity? Well, there are several videos which I addressed in the past, mentioning the importance of fake number of followers, for example on Twitter or social networks as Facebook or YouTube. In the financial markets, the number of views or followers is completely independent of the quality of the market call. This is to say that today you have individuals and companies all over the world buying package just to have more followers on Twitter, to have more followers and views on YouTube or on Facebook. And these individuals that they also appear on the media, on TV networks, they are deceiving investors and triggering huge losses to common investors. And I think that is or should be, since it is part of our terms of service and ethics and conduct of the company, to alert investors for the existence of this fraud. Therefore, if you visit and you are a regular reader of our blog, you find plenty of articles alerting you for this matter, and again giving you and offering you immense opportunity to profit from these facts. I'm referring to the stock market crash behind Twitter. I'm referring to the stock market crash behind Yelp. I'm referring to the stock market crash behind dealers and more than 50 companies in the US stock market. And all these companies, they have been addressed, or they were addressed in due time in our blog, completely for free. Dealers, and today other company, Urban Outfitters, and more recently the case of GoPro and Umbrella, or Valiant in the biotech sector, just to name a few examples. All of them, they have been addressed here. Therefore, in our website, one of the things that you are not going ever to find is advertisement. There is a video which I created a few months ago when I addressed the crash behind Sears Holdings, where I explained the investment strategy. How did we got that opportunity, or sorry, how did we get that opportunity, and why did we bet, and the investment strategy behind the Sears Holdings stock crash. It is described step by step in a video, and at that time, if you refer to that video, I mentioned the existence of a website, a blog, where you didn't find any sort of advertisement, and that website proved to be a very reliable source for us, and not the number of followers or ads or videos, or a very large number of videos. Unfortunately today, it is a fact that celebrities all over the world, including politicians, they buy number of followers on Twitter or YouTube or whatever. But at stockmarketlive.tv we don't use it because we don't need more customers. And since our performance it is unique in history and our work speaks for itself, it is by far more important for us to help those that they are new into the financial markets and to refer always to facts instead of relying on scams. So I'm going to refer again to a story that you find in our blog the most recent article. If you visit our website and if you click here, the title of article I'm going to refer to is Urban Outfitters Jim Cramer Ponzi Scheme Downgraded to Junk. Let's click here. Jim Cramer, for your information, is the host of a program on CNBC in the United States. Is the same person that recently said that GoPro shares, they were bargained at $65, and shares today they are trading around $21 an half, more or less. So ahead of a stock market crash, these individuals, they refer to bubble stocks as bargains. But I'm not referring to GoPro as an exception. This happened in more than 50, 100 companies that we addressed here in our blog. Today I'm going to tell you other example. And this is precisely the case with this American company. And you just have to click here, Urban Outfitters, the American company with the best fundamentals in the industry. If you click here, this article, notice that once I click on the article, on the link, you have immediately an advertisement. We are going to click here on continue to cite. Bear in mind, you don't see these kind of ads in our website. It is absolutely forbidden. It is against the rules. It is against our conduct. It is against our ethics. In the financial markets, I consider that it is of utmost importance the existence of ethics. Otherwise, we do not have any, or we would behave precisely as everyone else, and that is not our case since we shape markets history. And this article, Jim Cramer, Urban Outfitters has the best fundamentals in industry. Article is from March 2015. Well, it happens that if you visit the chart of this company, this article became public, as well as the case of GoPro or Umbrella. So this is not an exception to the rule. It is precisely, this happens every single week. This article became available precisely when Urban Outfitters got to a top. Lululemon, GoPro, Umbrella, La Quinta, El Pollo Loco, and this is one more. So when this article came to the public, I personally downgraded shares of this company. Since I know very well the fundamentals of this company, I downgraded to strong sell, as I did with the case of Umbrella, the case of GoPro, the case of Lululemon, and so on. But more than downgrading to strong sell, I said that these shares, they were going to crash. Dealers as well as the others, and they crashed. A few months later, you have tomorrow at open probably shares trading around $20. You don't have $50, you don't have $60 or $70, you don't have what these websites that you find in our website referred to as scam websites in the United States, because they deceive investors every single week in every single article, but people, and we know this in advance, they continue believing, because then you have to refer to the title of this lesson, precisely the fraud behind social media and Wall Street. You have them doing or following the same strategies as most people, that is unfortunately the case, followers, viewers, and the small investor, the crowd, looking at the number of followers or the popularity of these websites, believes, they truly believe that they are going to make money by investing in these fraudulent cases. I'm not referring to Urban Outfitters or GoPro or Umbrella or Twitter or any other company where I call it a crash to be a fraudulent company. I'm referring to the mechanics behind it. Right? It is completely different. I don't have any problem whatsoever with the fact that dealers a few months ago was starting at $140. I don't have any problems whatsoever that last year in 2014 you had Keurig Beer Mountain Coffee shares trading at $156 and Wall Street saying and investors believing that was going to $200 because Coke had a percentage or a stake in the company. I don't have any problems whatsoever. The more they believe, better it is for us. Higher it goes, better it is. Because for the professional investor, the more followers they have, the more viewers they have, always better it is, since the crash will be more intense. This happened this week, or last week better saying, and continuation as today, the case of Fossil Group that you also find in our website. And by the way, congratulations. Shares of that company crashed overnight, 37%. Wall Street had strong buy ratings, and I'm very happy. So you were going back to the article. These Urban Outfitters, it was one of our, or it is, or it has been one of our picks in live streaming platinum and hedge funds, and you have also here the case of Umbrella and GoPro. The facts, notice that our articles, they don't contain advertisement, they contain links that refer to facts and that you can easily judge, since there are videos where you have those calls recorded live. And you have my comments with regards to certain stock picks, the biggest bubble in history. You also have testimonials, people that they have not paid $1 single to our company. They have not paid $1 single to our company. You also have in articles saying that, for example, those that they want to join live streaming trading platinum, it is not possible because the program, it is fully booked. I already addressed this 2 months ago until the end, at least of 2015. Therefore, we are not looking for new customers. I'm just telling you the facts and the truth, all right? If you want to listen, you listen. If you don't want to listen, you don't listen. I don't have any problems whatsoever. If you like to lose money, continue losing money. No problems whatsoever. So here you find the chart for Urban Outfitters. The chart as it is, with very top when Jim Cramer considered that this company was a strong buy. Notice that the case is very similar to Lemon, is very similar to GoPro or Umbrella, La Quinta, El Pollo Loco, and so on. I repeat, there are more than 50 US companies precisely within the same situation addressed for free in our website. So if you continue, you have here the chart that was shared with you completely for free. So no matter which price you sold short dealers, an American company, you have a very large profit, since today in the morning shares, they were trading around $68. So the question is always the same: what have you been doing? These opportunities, they repeat every single day, every single week, every single month, every single year. And in 2015, we have already close to 900 articles. In 2015, we reached our best year in markets in the past 25 years. In other words, our accounts, the customers, zoomed to new all-time highs. And why? Because success in the markets is not about understanding, fundamentals or technicals. It's not about technical analysis. It's about using the brain. To learn how to use the brain, to learn how to use these unconventional tools, and moreover to be informed and not to be believing on what you read on the web, despite the fact of the brand name that you might be interested in reading. For example, you might like or not to read Wall Street Journal, but Wall Street Journal, it is charging for articles where they said that Yelp was going to be acquired, and 1 week later they had other articles saying, well, it appears that they are not going to be acquired. But the fact is that many, they purchased probably or likely shares of Yelp, an American company, ahead of a stock market crash. And I'm very happy because you were warned in advance, and more than warned, you were told to double the size of your short position in Yelp ahead of a stock market crash. And in the case of Valiant, that today is one of the most well-known companies discussed in Wall Street, I warned you about the same, double the size of the short positions, and Valiant crashed, melted, and continues melting. So success is about information, to know where to get the information, the source, ahead of all these major stock moves. The other day, I gave you an example completely for free in the case of Amazon, where I told you that a major Wall Street analyst was going to upgrade shares of this company, and 2 weeks later, and you had plenty of time to buy shares of Amazon, 2 weeks later, Morgan Stanley upgraded shares to $800. And when Morgan Stanley upgraded shares to $800, what did you see? What did you see? You saw shares going from $670 the day that they upgraded the shares, all the way down today to $622 in the morning. So you don't buy shares when Wall Street is upgrading, you sell probably when they are upgrading, and you buy when we tell you in advance, that is, we are offering you completely for free that competitive advantage. You do the purchase well in advance of everyone else. And that is the difference between those that they use their brains and those that they are following the crowd. And so those that they invested and bought shares of these urban outfitters or GoPro or Umbrella, they lost all their money, and obviously we are very happy because you were warned that was going to happen. So congratulations, and I hope that you learned something and I contributed to that, since that has been my goal, my aim, since the company was formed and I started working in financial markets more than 25 years ago.